guys, welcome back to Rock Fabulous 40s, and today I'm going to do a first impression review for you guys on the new Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. And I know that there's been a whole ton of hype all over YouTube and social media about this palette, but it was like a no-brainer. I mean, I've heard people on social media say that they love the palette, they hate the palette. I've seen people say there's no way in the world that they would ever buy this palette because they didn't think it was worth it. But for me, it was a no-brainer. I picked up the palette at Ulta. It was $49. It looks like this. And I honestly don't remember if this is a limited edition or not. I think it is, but don't take my word on that. And when the palette first came out, it was so hard to get your hands on it. And I've only had mine a week. Today's the first day I'm using it. And every time I went to try to buy it, it was always sold out. As of this morning, it was on the Ulta website. $49 was still available, so you guys can check out Ulta and see if you guys can get your hands on the Sweet Peach if you want it. Now, like I said earlier, for me, the Sweet Peach palette was a no-brainer for me to get. I know there's a lot of hype on social media about it, but Too Faced palettes are, what's the word I'm looking for? Too Faced palettes are kind of an addiction of mine, I'll put it that way. I need help, I need an intervention because I collect these guys and I love them. Now, not every single shadow in these palettes are amazing and not every single one of the palettes is amazing, but I love the packaging, I love the concepts and the themes that they put into the palettes, and a lot of them I love the smells, so I collect them and therefore I love them. However, I am not going to let that sway my opinion about this palette for you guys. I mean, if the shadows are not great, if the shadows are not amazing, I'm still going to buy the palette because I collect them, but I will tell you guys what my honest and true thoughts are on the shadows inside the palettes. Okay, that being said, so when you first get the palette, it comes in your long metal tin, very, very similar to your Chocolate Bar and Chocolate Bonbon palettes. And it's really kind of cute. It's got a big peach over here, and it goes from kind of an ombre, like light peach into pink into a dark peach. It's very cute. I'm so loving the packaging. When you first open it up, it does have a mirror in it, just like your other long Too Faced palettes do. I'm not going to open it up and point the mirror at you guys because it will blind you, and I don't want to blind you guys. But the first thing I did notice when I first received the palette and I opened it up, as soon as I just opened it, immediately I had the strong aroma of peach. Now, not fresh peach, okay, not by any means, not fresh peach, but think of Kool-Aid. Peach Kool-Aid is kind of what it reminds me of. Yeah, peach Kool-Aid is a really good analogy of that. And I don't even know if Kool-Aid makes a peach, but if they did, this is what it would smell like. Anyways, they smell really, really good. Let me cover up the mirror here. The colors in here are very, very warm colors, and typically I am not a warm color wearer because warms just don't look as good on me. I'm more of a cool tone person. So, you know, warms are just not my cup of tea. But because this is a Too Faced palette and it was cute, I had to have it. So here it is. I was really surprised at, with this being a really, really warm palette, how well it worked on me. I was really amazed. And some of the colors in here I thought would be horrendous colors on me actually looked pretty good. So I'm wearing one of those colors today. So it was just, I don't know, this palette kind of changed my opinion of warm tones, I'll put it that way. Even though there's still a lot of warm tones I can't get away with, but this palette did kind of change my mind on never wearing warm tones. Anyways, let me go ahead and swatch these guys out for you so you can get a good look at them. This is what they look like. I know they're hard to see. I'm sorry guys, there's so many of them, so I tried to swatch them all on my arm. Okay, so these are all my swatches here, and one of the ones that I thought would be just a horrendous color on me that I didn't think I would like at all is, let me find it, this guy right here. Let me see if I can get you guys in here. This one right here, this one's called Bless Her Heart, and it is kind of a greenish a mossy green with like a gold undertone to it. And I really didn't think I was going to like that because I don't wear green ever. But this looked gorgeous. I was just so amazed at how well that looked. There are a couple of the shades that are very, very powdery. For example, this one here, I don't know if you guys can see it really well, it's called Nectar. It did kick up some fallout and it was pretty powdery. This guy right here, this is Peaches and Cream, also very, very powdery. What else? There was a couple of them. This one right here, which is one of my favorites, it's called Just Peachy. It's very, very pigmented, but it's dry. When you stick your finger in it to swatch it, it doesn't feel quite as creamy as the rest of the shades in the palette. Tempting, which is this kind of blackish kind of color right here. This one was also had a lot of fallout that it kicked up. One of my favorite colors is this guy right here. This kind of deep, deep purple is called Delectable, was just beautiful. And then this guy right here, which is called Dark Talk Derby to me, it is a kind of like a deep, 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 deep plum, almost black, but it's got kind of a pinkish purple glitter to it. And it is really, really pretty, but this guy does kick up a whole lot of fallout. So you really want to tap your brush off when you use this guy. Anyway, so this palette has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mattes in it, and the mattes are all pretty decent, but they do kick up some powder. I've noticed that with these mattes. Anyways, some of the shimmer shades, there's several shimmer shades, 2 glitter shades, 6 mattes, the rest are kind of shimmery and satiny. Some of the shimmery shades are just absolutely beautiful, like Nectar and Luscious. Those are gorgeous. I could actually even get away with using this one Luscious as a highlight on the tops of my cheekbones if I wanted to. Haven't tried it yet, but I bet I could. It is just a gorgeous, just gorgeous shade. Let's see. When I shear it out, can you guys see it? It's beautiful. So, I mean, yeah, the shades themselves, I'm loving the shades, and it has, like I said, really changed my mind about going with warm shades. I am wearing them today. I'm wearing Bless Her Heart, which is that mossy green color in the crease. I've got Just Peachy right here on the lid. I've got Nectar in my inner corner, and I've got Delectable in my outer V up into my crease, and then I've got White Peach right underneath my brow bone. So guys, I gotta tell you, I am really liking this palette, and I'm not just saying that because I collect Too Faced palettes and I love Too Faced. I really, honestly, truly like this palette, and I really feel that the color selection that they decided to put in here really does, in my opinion, go along with the whole peach theme. I mean, everything from white peaches to ripe peaches to maybe some overly ripe peaches, you know, and into some, you know, green leaves. I mean, I really think that the colors do kind of go along with the whole peachy theme, and I really, really do like that. And yeah, there's not really a whole lot else to say, guys, about this palette. By the way, in the demo that you guys are watching, were watching, or watching now, I'm not exactly sure. I know it might be a little harsh. I was playing around with the new camera. I have a new vlogging camera that I was playing around with, and I haven't quite figured out all the settings on it yet. So as I do, those will get better. Those type videos, the demo type videos will look a little better. Anyways, guys, so yeah, that is pretty much my opinion of the Sweet Peach palette. I feel it is a really good palette. I really, in my opinion, feel that these colors are pretty unique to this palette when it comes to Too Faced palettes. So, in my opinion, is this palette worth the hype? In my opinion, yes it is. And that's not because I collect the palettes, and I'd buy it anyway even if it wasn't. So, but in my opinion, yes, this palette is worth the hype. So guys, that is it for my thoughts on the new Too Faced Sweet Peach. I hope you guys found this review somewhat helpful. If you did, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Also leave comments down below. Guys, you can look me up on my website at www.rockfabulous.online.com. You can look me up on Pinterest, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, all under Rock Fabulous 40s. And don't forget to hit subscribe down there somewhere. and you too can rock your fabulous 40s, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.